Do one thing every day that scares you. Eleanor Roosevelt said that, but no one explains why the scary things matter. Because growth doesn't start with a grand decision. It starts with a tiny stretch, one awkward conversation, one uncomfortable yes, one brave moment you almost talked yourself out of. Most people wait for confidence before they move. But confidence is what begins change. Openness is. And the willingness to take one small step beyond who you were yesterday. This video is about that exact moment. The moment where your boundaries don't break. They bend, and in that bend, your entire life begins to shift. Why small steps matter more than big leaps. We're conditioned to romanticize radical change. We want sparkle. We want fireworks. But then we get overwhelmed, freeze, and move nothing. The truth is simple. Consistency beats intensity. Say you want more confidence. You don't need a TED Talk tomorrow. You just need to share your opinion in a small meeting. Want to chase a dream? Block 1 hour this week to work on it. Not fearless, but just willing to act despite fear. Every small step your nervous system files away as proof. I can do hard things and survive. Small steps offer safety and motion. Instead of stalling, you're moving, not toward perfection, toward possibility. Openness, the unsung ingredient of growth. Stretching isn't only about doing more. It's about becoming more open to feedback, perspective, and uncertainty. Openness doesn't mean passivity. It means flexibility, discernment, and humility. Stretch your mind, not just your muscles. Practice saying the uncomfortable, the unfamiliar, and the undeniably human. What openness sounds like. I was wrong. I don't know, tell me more. That idea challenges me, and I'm listening. I've never experienced that, help me understand. That perspective isn't mine, but it deserves space. I've been carrying that belief for years. Maybe it's time to re-examine it. I might be reacting. Can I sit with this instead of defending? I don't fully understand your experience, but I care enough to try. The way you see life expands the way I understand mine. Pain isn't comparative, it's revealing, and every story reveals something worth honoring. Which of these statements feels hardest to say, and why? What would change in your life if you practiced just one of them this week? Because the hardest truths often live in the people we overlook and the perspectives we resist. The slow expansion that sticks. Here's what most people don't grasp. Stretching your boundaries doesn't have to be outrageous. It has to be honest. If you stretch 1% each day for a year, no one's the same person. You're stronger, braver, and truer than ever. The formula is simple. Stay small enough that you don't freeze. Stay big enough that you feel the challenge. Stay curious enough to keep moving. Stay honest enough to name your discomfort without shame. Stay compassionate enough to stretch at your pace, not someone else's. Stay open enough to let unfamiliar perspectives soften your stance. Stay quiet enough to hear what resistance is trying to teach you. Stay flexible enough to change your path without changing your purpose. Stay reflective enough to notice growth in the small moments. Stay brave enough to start again when you stall. Drop the myth that growth must look grand. Let it feel authentic. Share that in comments below to help others get inspiration from this. Stretch Tracker, 14-Day Expansion Challenge. Each day, do one thing that expands your boundary. Speak up when you'd usually stay silent. Try something you normally dismiss. Ask for what you want instead of hinting. Say yes before you feel ready. Say no without guilt. Challenge one limiting belief you've never questioned. Learn something about a culture you know little about. Engage with a viewpoint that contradicts your own, without defending. Explore an idea you've labeled, not for people like me. Sit with a discomfort instead of solving it. Question an assumption that makes you feel superior or small. Let go of needing to be understood to stay present. Give genuine attention to someone whose story unsettles you. Revisit a value you inherited. Does it still feel true? Make space for a truth that doesn't benefit you, but still matters. Journal at night. What did I unlearn today? What shifted in how I see myself, others, or the world? You're not just changing what you do. You're changing how you think, what you notice, and how you meet the world. One conscious stretch at a time. Openness inventory. List 5 beliefs, habits, or assumptions you hold tightly. Choose one to examine this week. Where did it come from? Does it still serve me or limit me? What else might be true? Openness starts with curiosity. Expansion begins with a soft step forward. If you're starting to recognize where you've been holding back, I made something that can support you. It's a free set of chapter previews and prompts that show you how to loosen old patterns, shift your identity safely, and take the small steps that rebuild your confidence from the inside out. Check the link in the description to get it. Let's put everything together. Growth isn't fireworks. It's candles lighting one by one in the darkness. Your job isn't to be revolutionized overnight, it's to build trust with yourself day after day. When you take a small step outside your comfort zone, stay open to what comes back: feedback, vulnerability, and uncertainty. Breathe, journal, reflect. Repeat. A rhythm emerges, a momentum builds, and who you are gently shifts shape. The rhythm of real expansion. This 14-day journey isn't just a checklist, it's a reorientation. Each step invites a stretch, not into performance or perfection, but into presence. Week 1 opens inward, nudging you toward emotional honesty, subtle disruption, and a deeper understanding of your patterns. It's about soft rebellion against what no longer serves you. Week 2 turns outward, channeling that inner clarity into relational depth, cultural humility, and psychological courage. The lens widens. You listen more generously, respond more consciously, and question more bravely. Together, these two rhythms create transformation that doesn't shout, it integrates. You don't just grow, you grow aware. Day 1, name one stretch. Begin with intention. What part of you needs more space, voice, creativity, honesty, or boundaries? Say it aloud, write it down, give it form. Day 2, challenge a thought. Notice a belief you've inherited or rarely questioned. Ask, does this still serve who I'm becoming? Sit with the discomfort of uncertainty. Day 3, explore outside yourself. Read, watch, or listen to something created by a culture or person different from your own. Stay open to feeling unsettled. That's the stretch. Day 4, choose a quiet resistance. Catch yourself in a familiar pattern of avoidance or over-explanation. Pause, respond differently. Say no where you'd normally say yes, without guilt, without justification. Let clarity feel like strength. Day 5, ask before you're ready. Ask for something, support, space, feedback, without waiting until it feels safe. Let the request teach you something about your edges. Day 6, let someone else lead. Release control in a familiar situation. Be the listener, the receiver, the follower. Notice what makes you squirm, breathe through it. Day 7, reflect with honesty. Journal not to impress but to witness. What surprised you this week? What stirred discomfort, clarity, resistance, growth? Day 8, discomfort without defense. Someone shares an opinion that challenges yours. You listen, not to win, but to understand. You sit with the tension instead of silencing it. Day 9, curiosity over certainty. You explore an idea you've long dismissed. Not to convert, but to learn. You let questions lead instead of conclusions. Day 10, inherit and interrupt. You identify a belief or habit you inherited, cultural, familial, social. You ask, is this still true for me? What truth wants to emerge? Day 11, admit what you avoid. You name something you've been avoiding, not to fix it, but to acknowledge it. You let honesty be the beginning, not the end. Day 12, center a marginalized lens. You learn from someone whose experience isn't typically amplified, through a book, podcast, artwork, or conversation. You listen fully. Day 13, let go of the mirror. You show up without needing to be seen, liked, or understood. You offer presence, not performance. You stay whole even when unnoticed. Day 14, integrate the new shape. You reflect, not on what you achieved, but what shifted. How do you think differently, feel differently, choose differently? You name the version of yourself you've quietly grown into. At the end of the 2 weeks, there's no grand announcement, but there's a flicker of something new, a quiet shift in how you stand, choose, and move through the world. You don't need to become someone new. You just need to meet yourself more honestly, more often. That's how you grow, not away from yourself, but deeper into it. And when you're ready, ride the next wave, one small step at a time. This video draws directly from the core teachings in my book, Breaking Comfort Zones. Expand your world beyond fear into transformation, and its companion workbook. You'll find them linked in the description. They're designed to work side by side. Remember this, your courage is your own, your growth is your own, and your life is your own. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe.